I could not stop laughing at Dyno-mutt Dog Wonder, the retro 1970s classic sci-fi Saturday morning cartoon. Welcome back to the Shane Tennant YouTube channel, where we dive into and review the best of retro sci-fi, fantasy, and anime. Today, I'm breaking down one of the most hilariously absurd and surprisingly clever Saturday morning cartoons to come out of the Hanna-Barbera animation vault. It's filled with campy humor, ridiculous gadgets, and a crime-fighting duo you didn't know you needed in your life. Let's talk about Blue Falcon and Dynomutt, the dynamic, or should I say Dyno-mutt duo who somehow managed to keep the futuristic city of Bake City safe. Dyno-mutt Dog Wonder first aired in 1976 as part of the Saturday morning cartoon lineup. Think of it as a wonderfully bizarre mix of Batman and Inspector Gadget, with a little Scooby-Doo-style slapstick thrown in for good measure. The show follows the adventures of the heroic Blue Falcon, a high-tech but straight-laced superhero, and his faithful sidekick, Dyno-mutt, a robotic dog with an arsenal of gadgets built into his body. Here's the twist. While Blue Falcon is every bit the stoic, no-nonsense superhero archetype, Dyno-mutt is, well, a walking malfunction. His gadgets rarely work the way they're supposed to, often leaving the duo in hilariously absurd situations that somehow still lead to the bad guys being defeated. Whether he's launching a backwards grappling hook or getting his spring-loaded legs tangled, Dyno-mutt's high-tech help often creates more problems than it solves. But that's part of the charm. The heart of the show lies in the comedic dynamic between Blue Falcon and Dyno-mutt. Let's start with Blue Falcon. Voiced by Gary Owens, who also lent his voice to Space Ghost, Blue Falcon is your classic superhero stereotype. Brave, noble, and just a little too serious for his own good. He's got the gadgets have gadgets. And he's always ready to leap into action with his favorite catchphrase, "To the Falcon car." Dyno-mutt, on the other hand, is the polar opposite. Voiced by Frank Welker, the legendary voice actor behind Scooby-Doo, Megatron, and so many more iconic characters, Dyno-mutt has an endless supply of enthusiasm and goofy optimism. Sure, his gadgets malfunction 90% of the time, but you've got to admire his can-do attitude. Together, they're a perfectly mismatched pair, and their contrasting personalities make for some of the most hilarious moments in the show. One of the best things about Dyno-mutt Dog Wonder is the over-the-top sci-fi tech. Dyno-mutt's body is basically a Swiss Army knife with a mind of its own. Need a parachute? He's got one. But it might deploy at the wrong time. Need a grappling hook? Sure, but it might accidentally attach to Blue Falcon's cape instead of the bad guy's getaway car. The gadgets are wild, creative, and hilariously impractical. My favorite has to be when Dyno-mutt uses his extendable neck to chase down a villain, only to tie himself into a knot in the pursuit. And it's not just Dyno-mutt. Blue Falcon's arsenal, including his Falcon car and Falcon cycle, is straight out of a retro sci-fi comic book. It's pure 1970s charm, and watching it today feels like a nostalgic trip into a future imagined by the past. No superhero show would be complete without its rogues gallery, and Dyno-mutt Dog Wonder delivers some of the quirkiest villains you'll ever see. From Mr. Cool, a literal ice-cold villain, to Clean Hornet, a buzzing menace armed with bee-themed weaponry, the bad guys are as campy and outlandish as the heroes. Each episode follows a predictable but entertaining formula. A villain threatens Big City with some outrageous sci-fi scheme. Blue Falcon and Dyno-mutt jump into action. Dyno-mutt's gadgets inevitably fail. Chaos ensues, and somehow, against all odds, the day is saved. It's simple, silly, and oh, it's so fun. The show is unmistakably Hanna-Barbera, from its colorful animation style to its slapstick humor and groovy soundtrack. If you're a fan of other Hanna-Barbera classics like Scooby-Doo or Space Ghost, you'll feel right at home with Dyno-mutt. In fact, the show originally aired as part of the Scooby-Doo Dyno-mutt Hour, and there are even a few crossover episodes where Mystery Inc. teams up with Blue Falcon and Dyno-mutt to solve crimes. Picture Scooby-Doo and Dyno-mutt teaming up two of Frank Welker's iconic characters in one episode. It's the stuff Saturday morning dreams are made of. Though the original run of Dyno-mutt Dog Wonder only lasted for one season, its impact is still felt today. Blue Falcon and Dyno-mutt have appeared in several modern shows, including Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, where their campy roots are lovingly parodied. They even got a facelift in the 2020 animated film Scoop, where Mark Wahlberg voiced Blue Falcon and Ken Jeong brought Dyno-mutt to life. The modern versions bring a sleeker aesthetic, but the original's charm and humor still hold up. It's a testament to just how timeless these characters are. Whether you're watching for nostalgia or discovering it for the first time, Dyno-mutt Dog Wonder is an endlessly entertaining slice of retro fun. So, what do you think? Does Dyno-mutt Dog Wonder deserve a spot on your retro cartoon playlist? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I can't get enough of this hilarious gadget-fueled crime-fighting duo. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss the latest from the Shane Tennant YouTube channel. We've got plenty more retro sci-fi, fantasy, and anime content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay heroic, stay curious, and keep laughing at the wonderfully weird world of retro cartoons.